أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Every year, millions of Muslims around the world, including here in Indonesia, come together to celebrate Eid al-Adha. At first glance, it may look like religious celebration filled with prayer, family gatherings, and shared meals. But beyond the rituals, Eid al-Adha also carries a deep psychological meaning. In this documentary, we will look at Eid al-Adha not only as a religious tradition, but also as a powerful cultural and psychological experience that shapes human behavior, emotion, and social connection.
To understand Eid al-Adha, we need to look at its historical symbolic roots. Eid al-Adha, often called the Festival of Sacrifice, is connected to the history of Prophet Ibrahim, who showed complete obedience and trust in God. According to Islamic tradition, Prophet Ibrahim was willing to sacrifice his beloved son as an act of faith. But before the sacrifice happened, God replaced his son with a ram. Today, the animal sacrifice is not only a ritual act, it is also a symbol. It reminds us to sacrifice our ego, greed, pride, and exercise attachment to worldly things.
The main ritual of Eid al-Adha is Kurban, the act of sacrifice, but the meaning Kurban does not stop with sacrifice itself. The meat is distributed to others. In many Muslim communities, including in Indonesia, the meat is shared with family, relatives, neighbors, and especially people who are less fortunate. This moment creates a sense of equality. On this day, everyone, regardless of their economic background, can enjoy the same food and feel included in the celebration.
From a psychological perspective, the act of giving during Eid al-Adha reflects prosocial behavior, which means actions that are intended to benefit others. It also related altruism, where people help others without expecting material rewards in return. When someone gives part of their role through Kurban, and they are not only helping the receivers but also experiencing emotional benefit themselves. And psychology often describe this feeling as a helper high. Giving can activate the brain's reward system and also create feeling of happiness, meaning, and satisfaction. For the receiver, this act of giving provides more than food. It gives a sense of dignity, care, and emotional security. This is why Kurban becomes both a spiritual and a psychological act of healing.
The preparation for Eid al-Adha often begins long before the day itself. Many people save money for months or even for a whole year so they can participate in Kurban. This means giving up some daily comforts and choosing a bigger spiritual goal. In addition, the day before Eid al-Adha, many Muslims are encouraged to perform Arafah fast. This fasting practice teaches physical discipline, spiritual reflection, and emotional control.
Psychological analysis, healing, and self-regulation. Psychologically, this long preparation is a clear example of delayed gratification. It is the ability to resist immediate pleasure in order to achieve more meaningful long-term goal. Saving money for Kurban and fasting before Eid both train self-regulation. Self-regulation is the ability to manage our emotion, desires, and action. In today's world, where many people are used to instant rewards and quick satisfaction, Eid al-Adha teaches us to slow down. It encourages passion, discipline, and inner control. This process can also become a form of spiritual healing. It helps people reconnect with their values, reduce emotional pressure, and develop stronger mental resilience.
In Indonesia, Eid al-Adha doesn't end after the meat is distributed. One of the most familiar traditions is nate bareng, or making sate together. In many neighborhoods, families and young people gathered in the evening around small charcoal grills. They cook, talk, laugh, and enjoy the meat they received earlier in the day. It may look simple, but this tradition has a very strong social meaning. It turns food into connection, and connection into a shared memory.
The tradition of Nyate Bareng is a powerful example of social cohesion. Social cohesion means the strength of relationship and unity within a community. When people gather around the same fire, cook the same food, and share the same moment, they fulfill a basic human need. The need to belong serta tiada
Eid al-Adha is more than a religious holiday. It is a moment of reflection, sacrifice, generosity, and togetherness. Through its history, Eid al-Adha teaches us about faith and the courage to let go of our ego. Through Kurban, it shows us that giving can bring happiness and emotional meaning. Through fasting and preparation, it brings patience and self-control, and through Indonesian traditions like Nyate Bareng, it strengthens social connection and community identity. In the end, Eid al-Adha reminds us that sacrifice is not only about what we give up, it is also about what we build together: compassion, resilience, and humanity.